Today on A Commonly Good MTG, we're taking a look at the top monocolor decks of November 2024. So what we're going to be taking a look at is 5 decks, one from each of the colors, with the highest win rates according to MTG's current list of decks that are doing awesome in this week. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, the 7-time grand champion of my bathroom cell phone solitaire league, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Film before live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from say it with me, secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you the top monocolor decks of November 2024. So at the third weekend of every month, I like to take a look to see, what's going on in monocolor decks. I like monocolor. The other kind of decks I like are tribal, but it's nice when I could just do 5 decks, and in this case, there's 5 colors out there. I don't really play the artifact decks, right? I would love to. I love artifact decks, but that's not really super strong right now. Anyways, so we got one of each type: black, blue, white, red, and green. And we're gonna look at them by win rate. Where do I get these things from? I get them from UntapedGG's tier list of decks that we're looking at gameplay over the last 7 days. So there's gonna be a lot of variation there, and it's not just in the meta, but literally what's going on in the last week. So, depending on where you go, your lists might be different, but this is the one I'm looking at. So no matter what it'll do well. It'll do well. All right. And so when I took a look to see how different these decks were from last month, what was it? Mono blue was the same, but all the rest of them had changed to one degree or another. Even mono red aggro had some, like 1 or 2 maybe slightly different cards in it from last month's list. It shouldn't be a big surprise if you've been playing over the last month. These decks have all been around. But we're going to take them out and see what's going on. All right, so without any more ado, let's see the first deck. All right, play against Alyssazor. We don't have anybody that gets pumped, so that kind of sucks. That's not going to do anything good to us. Let's just get these 2 guys out. All right, our only hope is like super aggro at this point. Oh, it's funny, yeah. Skrelv is who you needed to kill, man. Nobody knows how to play against Skrelv nowadays. Gotta keep Skrelv untapped. Snag. All right, where's the people I'm supposed to be pumping right now? Can this thing block a little bit? All right, let's do this then. Eyes down to 9. And we got that life gain going up to 30. That's good. That's cool, man. It's no problem. Because you, my friend, can die, and I'm totally cool with it. Sweet. Who do you want to steal here? Gain some life. All right, so we don't have to worry about Liliana anymore. Skrelv can just completely help things out. Because the problem is you have to kill Skrelv, or Skrelv will keep everybody else protected. All right, you got 5, man. You got 9 life. That guy's a jerk. We got plenty of mana. Protection from black. What do I got here? Okay, so this is it. All right, so I can't protect anybody at this point. Those wards will have to do the best that they can. Everybody parties. Black. Next to combat. Down to 1. What else can we draw? 1, 2. All right, 47. He can come and do whatever he wants. I don't care at this point. As long as he doesn't wipe the board. Here comes the board wipe. That's Liliana. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. Suck it. All right, so here we are with the mono white Lifegain. The first time that it's made it to this particular list, where we've got the top win rates, you know, of a monocolored deck. So it's cool to see things change up a little bit. You know, this is an okay deck. I think I prefer the Orzhov version of this better. It seems tighter and like it actually has some control. This one has 0 control in it whatsoever. I know the control, I'm sorry, it has control. It's called Sheltered by Ghosts. And there are 4 of them, which means you pretty much have like one chance of getting one of those cards throughout the entire game. That's how it works when you've got 4 cards in a 60-card deck. You'll be lucky if you see 2. And that's it. That's your total amount of control, which means you're just hoping to be able to aggro the hell out of people. The problem with this deck, I don't know if it's a shuffler or what the deal was. I would either get the Lifegain guys or I'd get the guys that would pump up because of Lifegain guys. But I would barely ever get both of them together at the same time. That didn't work. And it was just weird having the Knight-Errant of Eos in here. I mean, I know he's got a lot of value and everything, but he doesn't benefit from Lifegain and he doesn't provide Lifegain. So all he does is really, he's kind of a recruiter. It's all right. I bet somehow this is the deck that's got the best win rate as of right now, the 3rd week of November. All right, so I hope you enjoyed Mono White Lifegain. All right, playing against, I'm iammatthughes. MattHughes, something like that. Mulligan. All right, we'll keep this. And we'll get rid of the negate. Still 3 to be able to counter with this. MattHughes. One in my hand. What is he up to? A 2 at this point? Roar. All right, super. There's a Djinn. Being all haughty about the situation. Look at my gleaming abs. I'm wearing a pie-shaped shirt. Because that'll protect me in case of warfare. This dude's swarming. All right, Sleight of Hand. All right, it's 3 to counter. That's all good. Let's just go with what we got. And leave it. Let's see if this guy tries to pull something cute. Otherwise, we're taking what? 5 points of damage. Three more, I can make a copy. Is that the deal? No, I have to pay 3. That's it. That's the full deal there. Disappointing. That was a lot of life, though. He's got everything tapped. If I want to flash in to keep it from going. Let's see what we can pull here. Terror, nice. Fine. I just like the idea of having him being untapped. He's got a single card. You could be trying to play something tricksy on me here. Let's kill that guy. We're down to 9. No tricks. And let's stack it up a little bit. We still got 3. Cool. Alright, so we can create a copy of the Eddymurk Crab, which would be cool because we can pin some guys down. It's caught a bunch of little dudes. You want to grind, you got to keep coming. You might wait because then you can come in with all your guys and you get a lot past. Problem is, if I come in, you're just going to want me to jump, huh? I need 4 to do that. Okay. Singleton jump. Singleton jump. One more. There we go. So you're grinding through them. That's pretty bad. If I put out the copy now, I could tap 2, and that means I got 2 guys that come ramming in. All right, there we go. All right, you can block 2. That's 10. You're going to be down to 3 in just a second here. And then we got a Haughty Djinn. Beautiful. All right. Here's my last boy. Don't wipe the board. That would be extraordinarily bad. All right, we're good. And we win. Winner, winner! Victory dinner. All right, so we're with Mono Blue Tempo, who is probably the second to the worst of our lineup today. Only had a 47.2% win rate. Yeah, not doing too hot. I mean, this deck's been around for a while. The biggest addition we're seeing is just the Eddymurk Crab. It's cool. It works. If you like Mono Blue, it's got a number of card draw tricks and some other tricks in here. So, yeah, you know, it's an old standard deck at this point. For people like playing blue. I don't know. I think there are probably better blue cards out there, blue decks out there. I think it could just be a matter of they're not getting played. I mean, because this, you'd have to get, I guess, a certain number of matches in. This one apparently had 2,100 matches in the last week. You know, apparently that's enough to get it going. But still, you know, it's out there, and this apparently is the best mono blue with the win rate in the meta today. Anyways, if you're playing a mono blue, I'm sure you're already familiar with it. There's nothing surprising here. There you go, Mono Blue Tempo. All right, I'm playing against pyaaa. Weird. All right, so nothing. I can't put any guys out till turn 3. Next turn, it's just slaughter wherever he puts out, I guess. All right, look at his hand. Ooh, he's going to hate that. All right, so we're mirrored up. If I get my second one out, we'll actually be having an advantage then. So I need 5 mana if I want to do both. And I'm only got 4. All right, well, I can do 2 things if I do this. Let's see what his hand holds there. Let's get rid of the dragon. All right, we can go ahead and use Nora to run to kill off that other guy. Still, I hope I get another mana. I needed it. I did. All right, excellent. Here we go. Kill. Another zombie assassin. All attack on our pal Liliana. All right, let's go do what we do best. There we go. I don't think I can force him to get rid of that, can I? Let's just see what I can do. Is that your card? Nope, apparently not. And we win! In your face, Duffy Moon! Victory! Alright, so we were out with Mono Black Midrange, and Mono Black Midrange has been a strong deck for a long time. There's always a Mono Black. This is probably the, the deck that is, it's always the Mono Black Midrange, which is the one that everybody's always playing. I always like it when skeletons are the top of the Mono Black. I always think those guys are cool because they're so aggro. But right now, I think the big difference here is that there's a super combo between the Bloodletter and the Unstoppable Slasher that wins the game immediately if you got them both out and the Unstoppable Slasher does the damage. Because then you'll do half the life, and then half the life from the Bloodletter means insta-death for them. Unholy Annex provides you lots of card draw, and you got good amounts of control and the ability to go after their hand a little bit. I mean, it's a Swiss utility knife deck, and it's got lots of stuff in here. The one card I hate the most is Cut Down, because there's so many times that it is just as I say, it's a turd in your hand. You can't do anything with it. Just sit there and hold it. The only thing that's good is then if someone tries to force you to discard, you get something to throw away because it's completely useless otherwise. All right, Mono Black Midrange, delicious as always. Good job for being in here for November of 2024. All right, I played against kaibasira. Keep? What do I even got here? Oh, okay, we do. We do have some guys there. I thought these might have been... They look like instants for some reason. Let's just turn off the needle nose. It kind of gets in the way. I can't believe that felt like such a wasted second turn there. I should be done 10 points of damage from that turn. Yep, see, we're just getting smoked. All in. These guys got prowess at all? Nope. Come on, Mono Red. You can't make it be embarrassing like this, okay? This is a pump right here, right? Double strike. Double strike. Oh, I have to do a sorcery. All right. Stupid. I thought I'd be able to actually, use it. What? No more life gain for the rest of the game? And a ricochet shot off to the side? Disappointing. And a pump. And a double strike. And I think I win. Ooh, this deck finally came together. Victory! All right, so we are with Mono Red Aggro. And it was, fantastic as always. It is number 1 on the win weight list right now. What is this number? Somebody take a look real quick. 58.8%, 58.8. So yeah, this is the best deck of all of them in the meta at the moment, as far as win rate is concerned. Not to mention being mono, the best monocolored deck of them all right now. So yeah, if you want to win, this is the deck you want to play. And it was glorious, because even for it did suck. You know, second turn, it was just kind of slow. Third turn, things started to get killed. Fourth turn, suddenly I won the game. Yeah, it has the ability to turn around on a dime. These guys with their ability to give them, well, it's not these, is it the Manifold Mouse, really? Yeah, double strike. That's your big deal right there, right? So you give them a quick pump with something, such as Monstrous Rage. That pumps them up to, let's see, 3. And then probably the additional is 4. And then, you know, you give a double strike on top of that, and he's going to be giving them, that's like 8, 8 points of damage. So that is a lot to be done by one tiny little mouse who's got nothing better to do. Yeah, this guy gets pumped. Altogether, the thing I don't like about it is not tribal. If I'm going to be playing mono red, I want it to be a mono red tribal, preferably goblin. I kind of liked it when it was mono red mouse. That was kind of cool. I don't even mind if it's tribal by calling it prowess. But we're actually not doing that much prowess anymore. Like, these mice have kind of taken over. It used to be just a bunch of hasty guys was all it took to put together a nice. That'd be like red decks wins, right? With mono red haste. Still, this deck, it's great. The pumps are in there. It's got a lot of things. It's super fast. It is so hard for people to deal with. But that's why a lot of people hate it. It's just too cliche and it's too powerful. The only thing I don't like about it just seems like it's like a jumbled mess of cards rather than being a finely tuned story being told. All right, but anyways, there is your mono red aggro deck, the best for mono red and the best for everything else as far as win rate's concerned in standard best of 1. All right, we are playing against Mukes. Keep. Where are we going on this? All right, let's throw out our archer friend. All right, nice. That card does what it does. He got 2 squeezes off of it. All right, it's big enough to survive fighting with the frog. All right, 3. Do you need pumps? I drew a card. Let's put this guy out there. We're just swarming it. If he wipes the board, it'll be bad. But not everybody can have a board wipe in their deck. All right, we've got 8 left. We're well within lethal as long as the board doesn't get wiped. No board wipe in there. He just stood back and took it. I appreciate that. Victory! All right, here we are with Mono Green Elves. It feels so good to say that again. Back in the olden days, Elf was like one of the first tribal decks you could play. The other one was Goblin. It was fantastic. And this is very reminiscent of it. You got, the Lord of the Yavimaya something or other. I forget. But yeah, pumping them all up. You got Overrun. I mean, geez, people, this is just 1995 all over again, right? It's refreshing. It's good to see it. I had no idea Royal Treatment was even in here. All right, that's cool. So it's a cool deck. Problem is, this is the worst of the monocolor decks out there. It's in the D category, the D tier. It has a 45.3% win rate. 45. It's okay. It's just that means you're gonna at best win every other deck, or every other game, and that's pretty much not even that much. But it's close to 50%, so it's a decent game. If you like playing with elves, it's cool. But this thing is under 50, so therefore you're probably just gonna be like, I feel like I'm losing too much. It doesn't do that much. You know, what was it great at? Aggro. That's what it's great at. And you get a bunch of guys out, and they pump each other up, and they're high-fiving like crazy. But any sort of a board wipe, and you're just gone. If you try to hold them back in your hands so you can put more out, you know, it's like you're not embracing the full capacity of what elves are capable of doing. I mean, if I had an overrun, you know, at the right point, you'd be able to go really far with this deck at the right point, which would be like 5 mana. You know, you're going to get +3/+3 on a number of guys. That's probably going to win you the game. But there's only 2 of them in here. We got no card draw. This has got a nice amount of ramp built into it. But yeah, a good board wipe, or even just something that just does what, negative, does 3 points of damage to all creatures, your board's gone. So, it's an interesting deck. It's hard to believe this is the best mono green deck out there in the current meta, but that's what the numbers say. So there you go, mono green elves. And here is your full list of the best monocolored decks from November of 2024. Let's run down that list. Mono red aggro, 58.8. Mono black mid-range, 57.1. Was mono white Lifegain, 54.0. And we have to drag ourselves all the way down to mono blue tempo, 47.2. And mono green elves, 44.6. Yeah, you know, I played those decks a bunch, just trying to get some game that had a good representation of how well that deck played. And I could say that the elves, they kind of sucked. I think that Golgari elves is way better. The reason why is because you need the control that the black provides. Mono blue tempo, it stinks. It's not, it used to be so excellent, and I think the meta has drifted to the point where it just completely shuts that thing down. Haughty Djinn, I just remember, used to just dominate us like crazy. We couldn't figure out how to get around that thing because they'd be playing all these stupid blue instants all the time. They were like protecting it, countering it, balancing it, I don't know. But we're focused on other things now, and so it's like there's just not as much protection. We can go back. We could always go back and just focus more on the old things, but a lot of those cards are gone. Mono white Lifegain, I was surprised that thing lost as bad as it did when I was playing it. I think it was because I played it before just recently, but I think I played an Orzhov version, and that I think worked a lot better once again because there was black control in it. I mean, mono white can do control too, but this particular version, I don't know why people, like when you look at the Platinum Mythic list, there's a lot of heavy creature without any sort of control. Now, if you guys have a lot of EBT effects that are control-like, that's great, but I'm not seeing it. They're just, people just don't like playing it. Now, it's funny, I say I'm an aggro guy, but I believe that I need at least some amount of light control because you got to clear the board so you get people through. Otherwise, you're just sitting there aggroing out against a brick wall, and that doesn't help at all. But yeah, mono black, mono red, those guys were always excellent. Right there at the top, doing a great job. Every game was fantastic. So yeah, if you're looking to play a monocolored deck right now, black and red is where your money's at. Anything else you're going to want to splice together with something else. I mean, to me, it's always black. Black's the thing that's going to make everything else better. Red makes it exciting. Green, if you're feeling a little granola crunchy, I guess. But anyways, yeah, there you go. It was different. That makes it fun. And we'll check back in with our monocolored decks a month from now. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys all later. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.